Not by Lu. Dylan Wang and Esther Yu are officially married. Wedding photo revealed. Hello my beautiful K-drama Haven family. Today I have breaking news that has set the entire entertainment world on fire. This is not a drill, and you're going to want to sit down for this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and stay until the very end because what I'm about to tell you will feel like the most beautiful drama finale you've ever seen, except this is real life. The moment the internet stopped. It was a slow Thursday morning in Beijing. Social media was mostly quiet, with the usual chatter about upcoming dramas and celebrity airport fashion. But then, without warning, Dylan Wang's official studio account on Weibo posted a single image. No caption, no hashtags. Just one breathtaking wedding photo. In that image, Dylan stood in a tailored ivory suit, the fabric shimmering under a halo of soft golden light. His hair was swept back, highlighting his sharp jawline and the faintest smile tugging at his lips. Beside him stood Esther Yu, radiant in an off-shoulder couture gown made of layers upon layers of airy tulle. Her train flowing behind her like a river of clouds. Tiny pearl pins dotted her hair, catching the light like morning dew. But it wasn't just the clothes. It was the look. That unmistakable gaze between them. Eyes locked, lips curved, an unspoken language only two people deeply in love could understand. In under 10 minutes, hashtags began to erupt. Hashtag Dylan Wang married. Hashtag SDU wedding. Hashtag not by Lu. By the 20-minute mark, their names were trending across Weibo, Douyin, and Instagram simultaneously. The twist. For months, gossip had tied Dylan to his love between fairy and devil co-star by Lu. Many fans were convinced they were secretly dating. But in one single photograph, Dylan and Esther shattered every rumor and rewrote their love story in front of millions. The secret venue. Multiple sources confirmed the wedding took place in Provence, France, specifically at a private chateau hidden among endless lavender fields. The estate, a blend of 18th-century charm and modern luxury, was surrounded by tall stone walls to keep the ceremony intimate. Guests were flown in under extreme secrecy. No social media posts, no location tags. Every phone camera was sealed with privacy stickers at the entrance. Some attendees later described the venue as something straight out of a historical romance film, with its cobblestone courtyards, antique chandeliers, and sprawling gardens lit only by candles and moonlight. The ceremony that felt like cinema. The ceremony began just as the sun started to set, bathing the fields in shades of soft orange and blush pink. A string quartet played an acoustic arrangement of a song they had danced to during a drama shoot years ago. At the altar, Dylan stood tall, his posture betraying both confidence and nervous excitement. His hands fidgeted slightly, smoothing down his suit jacket as he waited. And then, the music changed. A delicate piano melody floated through the air. Every guest turned their head toward the chateau's grand doors, and there she was. Esther Yu, framed by the golden glow of the setting sun, began her walk down the aisle. Her gown's train fluttered in the warm breeze, the delicate lace catching light with every step. She clutched a bouquet of white peonies, her favorite flower, while her lips curved into the softest smile. Dylan's eyes glistened, his smile widening until he looked like the happiest man alive. When she reached him, he leaned in, their foreheads touching for a brief, intimate moment. Later, insiders revealed that he whispered, "You're my forever scene, and I'll never call cut." The vows that brought everyone to tears. Their vows were not rehearsed, not polished for the cameras. They were raw, personal, and unfiltered. Dylan began. "The first time I heard your laugh, it was in between takes. I thought to myself, I want to hear that sound every day. We've faced storms, rumors, schedules that kept us oceans apart. But each time I chose you. And I will keep choosing you, in every lifetime." Esther's voice trembled as she began hers. "I didn't plan on falling for you. You were supposed to just be a co-star, a friend. But you kept showing up, with tea when I was tired, with silence when I needed peace, with encouragement when I doubted myself. You're my safe place, my home, my dream." By the time they exchanged rings, simple platinum bands engraved with their initials and a tiny lavender flower motif. Even the most stoic of staff were wiping their eyes. A reception straight out of a dream. As twilight settled, guests moved into the chateau's candlelit garden. Long tables were draped in ivory linen, with gold-rimmed plates and crystal glasses catching the flicker of hundreds of candles. Overhead, strings of fairy lights glowed like stars suspended just above the lavender fields. Dinner was an elegant fusion. French classics like truffle risotto and duck confit paired with Chinese comfort dishes like hand-pulled noodles and steamed buns. Dylan had insisted on the combination, saying, "Love is a mix of our worlds, the food should be too." Midway through, Dylan stood up, took a guitar and began to sing. The melody was gentle, the lyrics a poetic confession of the moments they had shared, from late-night shoots to rainy-day walks. Esther covered her face, overwhelmed, before eventually joining him at the microphone for the final chorus. The dance under rose petals. When the final song ended, the lights dimmed and guests were guided toward the center of the garden. A slow, romantic ballad began to play, and Dylan took Esther's hand. They moved together effortlessly, as if they'd been dancing all their lives, eyes locked on each other while the rest of the world blurred away. At the song's climax, white rose petals rained down from above. The moment was captured perfectly in a single frame, Dylan holding Esther close, her head resting against his chest, both of them smiling through tears. This would become the official wedding photo released to the world. Fan reactions and global frenzy. Within hours, the image had been reposted over 1 million times. Fan edits flooded Instagram, pairing the wedding photo with clips of their on-screen chemistry from past dramas. Twitter trended with emotional posts like, "From co-stars to soulmates, this is the greatest plot twist in drama history." International media picked up the story, with headlines like, "Drama's most beloved on-screen couple says, 'I do' in real life," and "Dylan Wang marries his real fairy." What's next for the newlyweds? According to a source close to the couple, Dylan and Esther will be flying to the Maldives for a private honeymoon, but they plan to release an exclusive behind-the-scenes wedding video to fans in the coming weeks. And yes, there's already talk of them appearing together in a new drama next year, this time as husband and wife on screen. Dawn in Provence. The morning after their wedding, Provence woke to soft sunlight spilling across the lavender fields. The chateau was silent, the festivities of the night before replaced with a gentle calm. According to a staff member who spoke anonymously, Dylan was awake before sunrise. Not because he couldn't sleep, but because he wanted to be the first thing Esther saw that morning. He reportedly placed a small tray on the balcony outside their suite, fresh croissants, strawberries, and her favorite jasmine tea, still steaming. When Esther stepped out, wrapped in a silk robe, Dylan was leaning against the balcony rail, watching the fields sway in the breeze. "Good morning, Mrs. Wang," he said, a boyish grin spreading across his face. Esther laughed, shaking her head, before leaning in to kiss him softly. The handwritten letter. While they ate breakfast, Dylan handed her a folded sheet of cream paper. Inside was a note written in his neat handwriting, lines that, according to the source, made Esther tear up instantly. It read, "We've played so many characters, but you're the only role I'll never let go of. Thank you for being my co-star in life." Esther reportedly kept the letter tucked into the pocket of her robe for the rest of the morning. A quiet goodbye to the guests. By mid-morning, the newlyweds slipped into the garden to personally thank a few close friends and family members who had stayed overnight. There were warm hugs, whispered jokes, and promises to meet again soon. At one point, Dylan was seen carrying Esther's shoes in his hand while she walked barefoot across the grass, laughing at something he said. And there you have it, my K-drama Haven family. The love story we never saw coming has just unfolded before our very eyes. From secret whispers on set to a wedding under the French sunset, Dylan Wang and Esther, you have proven that sometimes reality is more beautiful than fiction. Tell me in the comments, what was the moment that made your heart melt the most? And don't forget to subscribe because this is only the beginning. Their honeymoon, their first interview as husband and wife, and the stories from guests. We've got them all coming up next right here on K-Drama Haven.